Guys, glad to have you all here today. My name is Sam, and today I'm excited to show you a next-gen simulation platform that already transforming emergency medicine training around the world. Let's begin with the quick questions. I'm going to ask you to drop your answers in the chat. I'd love to know that you are here with us. So please tell me, how many of you have been distracted by a notification in the last 5 minutes? Please drop your answers in the chat. Yeah, because statistically speaking, between 60 to 90% of people get distracted at least once during any session like this one. That brings us to an important point. The world is rapidly changing, and the most valuable asset is our attention. So if we clearly see how fragile and valuable our attention in everyday life, the next reasonable question is, how can we maintain and improve the level of education among regular people like us, especially those whose job is to save our lives in the most critical moments? Now that I hopefully have your attention, let's zoom out. Why are we here today? And what are we offering to? Actually, please drop your expectation in the chat. I'd love to know your expectations for our webinar. And even in purpose-driven environments like this one, staying focused isn't easy. Too many distractions, too little time. Digital hygiene is no longer a fancy term. It's a real challenge for all of us. So ask anyone who used a VR headset even once, they'll tell you VR is a different dimension of reality. You are focused to be fully present and focused on the task at hand. And this is simply less room to distractions, at least for now. In just 5 minutes of your time in VR, you accept the VR as a new form of reality. And when the simulator is well designed, like ours, you dedicate 100% of your attention into the scenario of the simulation. That's great news for medical training. For healthcare, this is a game changer. It means we can train healthcare professionals in a deeply immersive way without any risks to patients. That's what we call extended reality with real life impact. Now let's take a closer look to our solutions we are offering you today. We are finally ready to present the product that completes the first cycle of our medical VR ecosystem. First, we started with doctors, helping them train diagnostics and outpatient care. And yes, the results are outstanding. High engagement, better decision-making, and more confident learners. Now it's called Be Ready XR Clinic. Then we launched our nursing simulator last year, and it has already shown fascinating results on the market and keeps outplaying our competitors globally. Future nurses not only learn and sharpen their skills, like hygiene, communication, and clinical protocols, but some countries, they even compete in VR-based nursing competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, Be Ready VR Nursing. All of these core products are supported by our case manager, the web service that allows you to create custom training scenarios with ease, while our Smart Center web platform provides complete control over administration, monitoring, and detailed student progress tracking. And now we are proud to introduce the final piece of our basic simulation cycle, a solution for paramedic training. Ladies and gentlemen, be ready VR 911. This is our new solution for the most essential area. Yes, this is emergency situations, including ambulance, air medical services, paramedic and obstetric care, and first aid. This is not just a simulator, but a complete ecosystem for learning, training, and assessment. And there are 3 modules: ambulance, air medical services, and paramedics appointment. Completion remains the same compared to our previous products. It's goggles, controllers, carry case, lifetime software. Yes, you heard me right. Lifetime software for VR goggles license, case manager, and Smart Center. With Be Ready VR 911, we are not just offering a product, we're delivering a fully mobile plug-and-play emergency training environment. Whether you are in a classroom or on the roads or setting up a rural clinic, it's ready when you are. No delays, no complex installations, no compromises. You just open the case and training begins. When it comes to emergency situation training, Be Ready VR 911 stands out by combining high-quality standards, affordability, and practicality for educational institutions. First, Be Ready VR 911 is the most affordable full-scale emergency simulator on the market. Yes, without compromising quality. With no hidden fees or subscriptions, it offers predictable budgeting and long-term value. A major highlight is our CRM, Crew Resource Management for EMS training. We focus not only on individual skills, but also on teamwork, reducing errors and improving communication under pressure. The experience itself is deeply immersive, thanks to high-resolution visuals, detailed anatomy and vitals, and dynamic lighting, helping learners stay fully engaged and emotionally involved. To prevent motion sickness and small spaces, we've integrated smooth teleportation between action points, making the simulation even for smaller training spaces really convenient. Setup is fast and simple, just a few minutes for unpacking to full training. Perfect for time-limited classrooms, sessions, or mobile training setups. Flexibility is a key. Be Ready VR 911 works anywhere, classrooms, offices, or mobile units with no need for spatial rooms or expensive infrastructure. Let me share a quick real-world example, fellas. During a live demo, a full building power outage occurred. In most cases, this would have led to the immediate cancellation of the demo and rescheduled meeting, you know that. However, thanks to the autonomous nature of our solution, the demonstration continues without interruption. All we had to do was to share mobile internet from another device, and we were able to continue the demo through Spectator mode on a laptop while one participant remains in the VR headset. That's real independence, no special conditions needed. Beyond emergency scenarios, Be Ready VR 911 supports intensive care training. including full EMS team management, patient handling, and crisis decision-making. Finally, one platform, many roles, many realities. You can train paramedics across different fields, including emergency ICU transport, air medical service, remote care, and field operation. Our clinical case library gives you access to rich evidence-based scenarios for each of the modules. Our ambulance module delivers realistic emergency care and transport training for medical students, paramedics, and doctors. It builds decision-making under pressure, simulating critical pre-hospital scenarios where every second counts. You know that. Learners practice history taking, physical examination, rapid lab tests using key equipment like defibrillators, ventilators. It goes fast, smoothly. The training shapes clinical thinking, boosts confidence in emergencies, and improves patient outcomes, all in a fast-paced, high-stake environment. This module trains users to deliver emergency care in confined, high-pressure environments like air ambulances. Participants practice medical procedures using mobile equipment in tight aircraft spaces, building speed, precision, and situational awareness. It focuses on quick decision-making, safe patient transport, seamless interaction with equipment, clear communication under stress, perfect for preparing teams for the unique demands of air medical operations. And paramedic module trains paramedics to manage emergency and chronic conditions in resource-limited settings. Key skills covered like history taking, exams, and diagnostics, first aid, and use of portable medical equipment, clinical thinking, documentation, and team collaboration, of course. It prepares professionals to deliver effective care, even in the most challenging environments. In emergency care technical skills.
Sam, we actually have a question in the chat.
Okay.
So the question is, there's a few different points here. So number one,
Yes.
they want to know if it's available with the headset and without the headset. Number two is about the lifetime license and what that means. Number three, if it works offline or do you always need to be online? And storage unit available, which I'm not quite sure exactly what that question means, but.
Okay. I'm going to answer for the three first questions. It's actually good questions. About the availability, we have the headset completion and non-headset completion, just the license completion. If you need more details, just ask your manager. About the lifetime license, it covers on VR license, headset or non-headset. It's just lifetime for the device. So if you just purchase once the license, it's going to be for the lifetime period. And about the usage, you can use it offline, yes. Actually, if you need to use the Spectator mode, you just need the Wi-Fi router, and you don't need the internet connection actually. Just the Wi-Fi router without internet connection, and it's gonna work. So you can use it remotely from anywhere.
Okay, and the question about storage was in regards to the student tests in the scenarios.
Yes, I think that's the answer for your question is gonna be further. So can I continue?
A couple more questions. How many players can enjoy multiplayer?
Multiplayer is unlimited, but The most convenient format due to the space. I think that it's up to four people, but it can be like unlimited. So yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's continue. So yeah, in emergency care, technical skills alone are never enough. Lives are often saved not just by individuals, but by how well teams perform under pressure. That's where CRM, crew resource management, becomes essential. So please let me know in the chat who's familiar with the CRM methodology. Let's see how many of us here are on the same page. So yeah, drop your answers in the chat, but I continue. Originally developed in aviation to reduce human errors, CRM has been adapted for emergency medical services to build safer, smarter, and more synchronized care teams. Let's break down what makes CRM in Be Ready VR911 such a game changer. It is a structured training framework that strengthens key soft skills across the team, from clear communication and leadership to situation awareness and quick decision-making. In high-stakes settings, it's not nice to have, it's non-negotiable. Why is CRM critical in medical training? First, it enhances team communication, the number one factor in preventing medical errors. We focus on clear, efficient information flow, dynamic role assignment, and active risk decision and acknowledgement, all of which drastically reduce miscommunication, still the leading cause in preventable medical mistakes. It builds a real clinical thinking under pressure. In our scenarios, teams must respond on unpredictable evolving conditions, collaboratively make split-second decisions, apply logic, protocols, and improvisation in real time. This strengthens both individual and collective decision-making in a way no textbook or lecture can. Real teams, real roles, and real communication. Our role-based multiplayer simulation replicated the EMS environment. So it can be resuscitator, assistant, ECG operator, and more roles. Each player has a unique perspective and responsibility. All work together in lifetime sensitive conditions. It's not just immersive, it's operationally realistic. It's built for repetition, realism, and results. High fidelity visuals and patient behavior, repeatable scenarios for deep practice, automated tracking of performance and improvement. So trainees build real stats, review mistakes, and grow continuously. Accessible and cost-effective by design, runs in classrooms, mobile units, even remote areas, as I've said before. Doesn't require any expensive hardware, aligns with EMS certification protocols. A powerful solution for regions with limited instructors, budgets, and physical resources. With CRM in Be Ready VR911, we are not just training individuals, we're forming high-performance medical teams ready for real-world emergencies. Once teamwork becomes the centerpiece of medical training, the instructor's role evolves from simply delivering knowledge to observing, guiding, and evaluating team dynamics in action. That's exactly where our spectator mode comes in. This tool gives instructors a real-time window into the training sessions without interrupting the flow, pace, or immersion of the trainees. Watch without interference. With Spectator, instructors can silently observe students as they perform in high-pressure scenarios. Monitor live how communication flows, roles shift, and decisions are made, all without breaking immersion, preserving the authenticity of the experience. Designed for critical learning moments, the feature is perfect fit for examinations. See how truly leads who truly leads under the stress. Competitions, compare performance across multiple teams, and debriefings, review key actions with students after the session. Instructors can mark key moments and give targeted feedback based on actual behavior, not assumptions. It goes beyond technical skills. Most tools only track procedures. We go further. Spectator mode empowers instructors to assess soft skills, nonverbal cases, and communication breakdowns, team leadership, and adaptability. All the intangibles that define real clinical performance. Spectator mode ensures institutions stay informed, trainees stay immersed, and no critical moments go unnoticed. Let's face it.
We have a couple more questions.
Okay.
So one of the questions is, can it simulate partners and players, for an example, like a pit crew CPR and mega code?
That's a great question. For this simulator, it differs with the previous hour simulator, the nursing simulator, and it differs drastically in the way how the paramedics work. They work remotely, and they need to make the decisions remotely without any assistance from outside, like the doctor or the APRN nurse. This simulator is designed with no NPCs, but it's focused on multiplayer mode. So if you want to have the team, you just need to make the multiplayer with other students and trainees.
Thank you. And there's another question about the license. Is it connected to the device ID, or can it be transferred with upgrades? For non-device license, how is it installed on the device? Is it in the store for updates, or does it need to be side loaded?
For the goggles, it's in the store to update, and we can just send you the instructions. If you purchased non-device license, it can be installed and it's going to work smoothly. About the licenses, it connects to the actual device. So if we have the situation of changing the device or changing the meta account, you need to ask more information from customer support. So we could help you to make the change.
Sorry, there's one more question actually, Sam, about the air medevac scenarios. Is there consideration for specific air-specific procedures that the crew must perform?
At this case, I can say that every case for the air scenarios, we can see that this is a limitation of space. First of all, I'm going to show you in the demo how it's differentialities of the equipment, and we can see it in the demo. Actually, I've heard that Andrew wanted to say something.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. There was just a short remark about the software and licenses. If you purchase only a license and you have your own goggles, it's better to have Meta Quest 2 or 3, and you need just to create your Meta account. And then you will provide us with this information about your Meta account name, your email with which this Meta account is associated, and we can add our applications in the library. You just click and go to the library and install the applications, and then use the profile name to enter the application. So it can be provided both like goggles and licenses, or separately only software of our products.
Thank you, Andrew. So yeah, let's continue. So yeah, the case manager. Let's face it, guys. No two training environments are the same. Clinical protocols vary, resources differ, priorities shift. That's why flexibility isn't just a bonus, it's a requirement. Just enter Case Manager. It's a powerful web-based tool built into Be Ready VR 911 and designed to give full control to instructions, simulation leads, and clinical specialists without ever needing to write a single line of code. What makes Case Manager essential? Instead of working around rigid templates, now you can build your own content from the ground up or tailor existing scenarios in just a few clicks. Using 70 dynamic building blocks, you can define user actions, logic pathways, and simulation triggers, control timers, events, and branching outcomes, edit dialogues and animatic data to reflect regional case profiles, customize your vitals, test results, auscultations, findings, and pain zones, set treatment protocols, drug logic, and diagnostic paths, adjust scoring and evaluation metrics to fit your certification criteria. All this without coding, just medical logic streamlined. So it's included, complete, and unlimited. Just like with our previous solutions, Case Manager comes fully integrated with your Be Ready VR 911 license. No hidden fees, no locked features, no limitation. It's designed to empower educations, to align scenarios with national training standards, simulate rare or high-risk emergencies, reflect real EMS cases from your institution, create competitive trainings format, or run certification exams. So you can train your way, whether you are preparing students in a medical university or leading field readiness or for ambulance teams. Case Manager puts the design power in your hands with unmatched precisions, full adaptability, and scalable results. It's not just customization, it's ownership. So
Sam, we have a couple questions about Case Manager.
yeah.
So they would like to know if it's possible to track learner performance over time and generate reports for feedback.
Actually, it's the Smart Center feature that I'm gonna tell you.
Perfect. And the next question is, does the Case Manager work offline?
Case Manager works online, so you need the internet connection. And actually, if you need to update your cases, you need to connect your goggles to the internet.
Thank you.
Yeah. So effective training is not just about what happens in the simulations. So it's also about how you observe, evaluate, and improve it. That's where the Smart Center comes in. This is the administrative command hub of the Be Ready VR911 ecosystem, a comprehensive platform designed to give instructors real-time visibility, full control over training sessions, and deep analytics into learner performance. So what can you do with a Smart Center? Let's break down whether you are training on students or an entire class. Smart Center equips you to stay on top of everything without slowing down the process. So you can use the Spectator mode to monitor scenarios silently or step in when needed, while Smart Center gathers for you complete performance analytics. After every session, the platform generates automated reports with key metrics. These reports include decision paths, treatment accuracy, timing, and outcomes. So it gains insights into clinical reasoning, procedural skills, and team-based behaviors, actually. Track and compare performance over time by individual cohort or even the site. So just like the Case Manager Smart Center is included in every Be Ready VR911 license. No hidden costs, no setup delays. You are ready to go from day one. Why it matters? With Smart Center, you are not just running simulations. You are building data-driven, high-quality and scalable medical training programs. Measure impact with real data, no assumptions. You deliver targeted feedback that improves outcomes. Refine your curriculum based on performance patterns. Standardized training across departments, institutions, or even the region. Smart Center takes the guesswork out of education, giving you the tool to manage, measure, and master medical simulations. At the heart of every impactful simulation lies one essential element, the patient. But in Be Ready VR911, this is not just a static figure. It's a fully interactive, emotionally engaging virtual patient designed to respond to every action you take in real time. It's where clinical knowledge, decision-making, and human empathy intersects. What makes our virtual patient stand out? Let's explore how this digital patient brings training to life in a way that no textbook ever could. Diverse patient profiles, of course, to reflect real-world complexity. The system includes 20 unique virtual patients spanning various ages, genders, and body types. This ensures that trainees encounter a broad spectrum of clinical cases, not just textbook examples. Interactive dialogue systems, so complaints history and emotional cues evolve and based on timing and questions. It's realistic, intuitive, and built to develop critical communication skills. So what affects to the patient's state and their response almost everything. Complete clinical assessment, you will see the details in demo, how it's done, and full emergency response capability. It's passive. It's not just passive avatar. It's the virtual patient responds dynamically as trainees perform, and medication management. Why this matters? The virtual patient is not just a feature. It's the foundation of experiential learning. So in Be Ready VR 911, it develops diagnostic accuracy and shapes clinical reasoning, helps learners practice adapting care to diverse individuals, builds confidence in time-critical high-stake scenarios, and most importantly, it provides a safe space to make mistakes and learn from them. This is not just a figure, as I've said. This is your most advanced, responsive training partner, always ready to challenge, teach, and prepare you for the real world. So let's switch from words to action. What you're about to see is not just a simulation. It's a realistic training experience built to prepare emergency responders for the toughest, most critical moments. In this demo, you'll step into the virtual ambulance, aircraft, and rural hospital and observe how a trainee interacts with the patient, the team, and equipment in real time. Before we start the demo, just a quick note for everyone watching the stream. If you notice any lag, stuttering, or frame drops, please keep in mind that this is most likely due to internet connection issues and related to the live stream platform, not the simulator itself. In reality, the simulator runs on 90 FPS and providing a smooth and high quality visual experience. This high frame rate is critical for full and comfort inside the headset. Allowing learners to stay focused and engaged without distractions. All right, let's dive in. We are in the back of an ambulance, and this is exactly what the trainee sees full first-person view. This starts with the auscultation, then check pupil response with a flashlight, simple steps, but crucial in any emergency situation. Now we're connecting ECG leads, placing a pulse oximeter, taking temperature, everything done in the right clinical flow, like they would be in real life. It's a free view mode, as you've seen. Back to training view, we are opening the medicational interface, choosing a medication IV bag. So yeah, setting up the line, placing peripheral IV, the adjusting the drip. You can see all the values are entered manually, no shortcuts here. The student is placing an oxygen mask and hooking up the portable ventilator, inserting the LMA tube and setting ventilator parameters. Notice the screen. It's modeled after the real devices, but not quite the same, but the same interface and logic, same controls. Yeah, closer look. And let's move to the inhalation. We're choosing medication, selecting the dosage, and starting the treatment. Very intuitive and very lifelike. And time for defibrillation. Pads are placed on the chest, device connected again. This looks and feels like real equipment, no gamey stuff. Now we're doing a bolus injection. We select medication, hook it up in an infusion pump, set the parameters, and start the flow. All standard clinical logic. All right, here's something cool, multiplayer mode. Two trainees are now working on the same patient. One sets up the ECG, the other handles the monitor. They are interacted live, just like in a real team. Here's the instructor's perspective, actually. It allows us to watch what the trainee is doing in real time, comments on it, highlight mistakes, and even pause for discussion maybe. You might notice, I hope, how tasks are shared, communications, and role clarity. This is pure CRM in action. Now in the new environment, air, ambulance, smaller space, as I've said, different equipment layout. The trainee starts with auscultation, and you can actually see the patient course, real immersive feedback included. We check the temperature, apply an inhalation mask, connect ECG, so we can see the vitals, and we connect the pulse oximeter. The interface adapts to the aircraft settings, same logic, new layout. Switching patient now. This one is cyanotic, and we ask a few quick history questions. That's right, this scenario includes communication too. Then back to auscultation, then oxygen therapy. We move into IV therapy. We select the medication, prepare it with fluid and catheter right now, then administer, all tracked, all visible. If you are an instructor, you can see it via your laptop, via Spectator mode. So it can be really, really convenient. Yes. And here is the rural clinic setup. We start by reviewing the patient charts, an important step before any treatment. We check the pulse. Then we're gonna do the blood pressure with cuff. Check it. Then again, yes, the flashlight, place the oxygen mask. Again, the oxygen ventilation module, yes. And now we're back to infusion, choose a medication, pump, then catheter. Yes, the catheter. Set up the values. All set manually. Again, like just it's done in the field. Next, the trainee chooses point of care tests. These vary per case, and each decision matters. And when the case wraps up, the system gives you full feedback, what was done well, what was delayed, what was skipped. This is the key for training clinical judgment. Yes. Okay, and as you've been watching the demonstration, I hope you've paid close attention for speed of the scenario, the collaboration between team members, and the level of independent decision-making. This is not just a VR experience, it's a high-fidelity training tool designed to build competence in high-stakes real-world emergencies. We're not just teaching how to treat, we're preparing professionals to lead under the pressure. We'd love to bring Be Ready VR 911 to any educational or training program. You can ask your manager for a live demo, request a pilot, or plan meeting to explore implementation in your region. Thank you for your attention. Now let's open the floor for questions.
Thanks, Sam. We have a couple more questions. So what type of device do you need to see the live session on the monitor?
Any laptop on Windows.
Thank you. Do we need to do all the procedures in a limited time? If we miss on steps, what will happen to the patient on bed?
it's gonna be the end of scenario, so you're gonna start all over again.
How easily can you move equipment to other locations to eliminate the hoses and wires that are blocking and moving in the ambulance?
Yeah, actually, this is a simulation, so you can easily move between the wires. It's okay with. Actually, we have the teleportation feature, so it's really convenient to move in the space of treatment.
Thank you.
scenario.
Aaron, excuse me, may I add to some questions about the device? Of course, it's laptop, but it's our feature Spectator, which is associated with our applications. When you would like to showcase what is going on in the goggles, you use Spectator, which is included in the package. So this feature is installed on the laptop and you can demonstrate. As for the question about the procedures in limited times, what happens? A patient can be unconscious or can even be dead. So the scenario ends, and you can go to the results section and see what measures were missed or were excessive. And may I just comment on one question from Melissa about the performance multiplayer? Again, when you end in the session, there will be the names of people who joined in multiplayer mode the scenario, and each action will be with this contact person name. So you will be able to see who did what in the simulation. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Andrew.
There's a couple more questions. So, are the scenario times fixed or can they be changed?
It can be adjusted via the case manager, so you can make more time to any stage of this scenario. You can actually make adjustment for the logic if you need this via the protocols that you have, national, regional protocols, differentiality. So yeah,
Thank you.
all can be done via the case manager.
Are there any patients or scenarios that are based on combat or tactical trauma situations?
For now, no. For now, we don't have such scenarios. But if we will see the demand on this type of scenarios across the regions globally, we can make it in the further updates like we've been making in our previous simulations.
Perfect. For the rural scenario, is it possible to customize the equipment available?
Actually, it's a good question about the equipment itself, because we have not just a brand equipment, because of that regional standards and the brands even in one hospital or one region, one city can differ. So we've made the equipment that shows you every detail on your interface that you need to know, but it's not attached to any brand itself.
Okay, thank you. With regards to completing procedures, is it only pass fail, or will we be able to see the patient visibly deteriorating with the missed or delayed treatments?
We can see the patient state. It's just the finalization at the and the dashboard that shows you that case is failed, like in the demo that you've seen. But you can see the patient state. You are in the environment after the finalization of the case.
And we did have a question about pricing as well. Your sales directors are able to share your individual pricing with you, and you should have already received that. If you didn't, please don't hesitate to follow up with your sales director regarding pricing of the various options. We do have another question. Can we create a scenario in an ICU that the student or nurse must handle 4 patients in the same room?
Oh, actually, this is an interesting question. As far as I know, right now we have scenarios with 1 patient, and we can make a multiplayer around 1 patient. But I'm going to ask for my developers team, can we do that with the multiple patients? It's going to be interesting to know.
It's a great question. Thank you. Do we have any other final questions before we wrap up? Just giving folks a second.
Yeah.
Just seeing some thank yous in the chat. Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you, Sam, for sharing all of this information about the new Be Ready VR 911 that we're all super excited about. As I mentioned, we recorded this session, so we'll be happy to send that out to everyone who joined the webinar today so that they have a copy of the video. We can also share this presentation with you, and we're developing a brochure that we're just finalizing right now, so we'll be happy to share that with you as well. And please don't hesitate to reach out to our team if you have any other questions. Thank you so much.